All right, Numbers chapter 6. We're moving pretty quick through this book, which is good. A lot of interesting things for us to learn. In this one, we learn about this concept of a Nazarite or a Nazarite. This is a specific designation of people among the children of Israel. We're going to learn about them, whereby the children of Israel may consecrate themselves to the Lord by a vow. If you remember, this principle was brought up right at the end of the book of Leviticus. Leviticus 26, I think chapter 26 is when we talked about that last. And what these people go through. So the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, When neither a man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazarite, to separate themselves unto the Lord, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, shall drink no vinegar of wine or vinegar of strong drink, neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dried. All the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree, from the kernels even to the husk. So a Nazarite is a person who has made a specific vow to God to be very holy. And so that means they cannot have anything that's fermentable, basically. No grapes, none of that stuff that has any fermentation. So they have to be very clean and pure. No alcohol or anything that could be construed as alcohol at all in there, basically. So not even the juice, like grape juice. Verse 5, excuse me, here's the other part of the rules. All the days of the vow of his separation shall no razor come upon his head, until the days be fulfilled in which he separateth himself unto the Lord. He shall be holy, and shall let the flocks of the hair of his head grow. So when you are in this period, it could be for life, it could be for a period of time that you've dedicated yourselves to being a set aside, consecrated person for God. During that time, you don't shave, you don't cut your hair, basically, just let it grow. And another one here, this is verse 6, all the days that he separateth himself unto the Lord, he shall come at no dead body. He shall not make himself unclean for his father or for his mother, for his brothers or sisters when they die, because the consecration of his God is upon his head. All the days of separation, he is holy unto the Lord. So when you are in this spot, you are dedicated to God and nobody else. None other family connections or relationships on this earth mattered. You are dealing with God until your time of your consecration was up, basically. Let's see, verse 9, if any man die very suddenly by him, he hath defiled the head of his consecration, then he shall shave his head in the day of his cleansing. On the seventh day he shall shave it. So if he dies, then they shave his head, basically. If he's not done with his time, he's defiled it. And it could be why he died, maybe. That could be defiling them. On the eighth day he shall bring 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons to the priest, to the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering and the other for a burnt offering, and make an atonement for him, for he that sinned by the dead, and shall hallow his head at the same day. Now this is saying if you were, not that the person who's consecrated died, but it's saying that if somebody died and you went to help with the body, you defiled, you were unclean, you now had to shave and offer the 2 turtle doves and go through the sacrifice. Verse 11, the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering, the other for a burnt offering, and make an atonement for him, for that he sinned by the dead, and shall hallow his head that same day. He shall consecrate unto the Lord the days of his separation, and shall bring a lamb of the first year for a trespass offering. But the days that were before shall be lost, because his separation was defiled. This is the law of the Nazarite. When the days of his separation are fulfilled, he shall be brought into the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. He shall offer his offering unto the Lord, 1 he-lamb of the first year without blemish for a burnt offering, and 1 ewe of the lamb of the first year without blemish for a sin offering, and 1 ram without blemish for peace offerings, and a basket of unleavened bread, cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, and wafers of unleavened bread anointed with oil, and their meat offering and their drink offerings. So there's a lot you got to offer in this. So when you were consecrated, you were pretty set aside, and you didn't want to break that. The priest shall bring them before the Lord. He shall offer his sin offering and his burnt offering. Then he shall offer the ram for sacrifice of peace offerings unto the Lord, with a basket of unleavened bread, The priest shall offer also his meat offering and drink offering. And the Nazarite shall shave the head of his separation at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation, and shall take the hair of the head of his separation and put it in the fire, which is under the sacrifice of the peace offerings. The priest shall take the sodden shoulder of the ram and unleavened cake of the basket, and one unleavened wafer shall put them on the hands of the Nazarite after the hair of his separation is shaven. So you shaved your head, now you've got your hands out, and he's putting some of these offerings on your hands. The priest shall wave them for a wave offering before the Lord. This is holy for the priest, with the wave breast and heave shoulder, and after that the Nazarite may drink wine. So that, remember, the wave offering and heave offerings, part of that went to the priest, basically for their sustenance. And now if you did all of this stuff, you were cleansed from breaking your vow, and you are no longer a Nazarite now. So this is the law of the Nazarite who hath vowed, and of his offering unto the Lord for his separation. Beside that his hand shall get, according to the vow which he vowed, so he must do after the law of his separation. The Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto Aaron and unto his sons, saying, On this wise ye shall bless the children of Israel, saying unto them, The Lord bless thee and keep thee. The Lord make his face shine upon thee and be gracious unto thee. The Lord lift up his countenance upon thee and give thee peace. They shall put my name upon the children of Israel, and I will bless them. So kind of crazy. So if you were dedicated, you were dedicated. It's not an easy thing to get out of that dedication. So once you're dedicated, you were there, basically, and you didn't want to break that. So it's very, very important to not break those vows with God. And we should remember that too. We should dedicate ourselves, consecrate our times, talents, and interests to helping God further his work. And we shouldn't break those vows either, honestly. That'd be good to keep those vows and keep our commandments and moving forward. It's just easier that way, basically. So thanks for watching. See you in the next chapter.